Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Eric and I like to read, and today I'm going to be doing my January TBR. So I know it's already like well into January, and I have been MIA from my channel for probably about a month now. So lots of things kind of happened in December. It was the reindeer readathon, and we were right in the midst of it, and it was going great. And it did. It went fantastically. I had such a fun time with the readathon. But unfortunately, my partner and I both lost a couple people during the month of December and January. So it has been kind of like a rough time for us over here. We've been having to go to a lot of funerals, and it has not been fun. So that has been putting a damper on reading as it should. We've been grieving and dealing with a lot of different emotions. And so, yeah, that's why I've been away for the past little while. That's why I haven't been really doing that many updates about books, unfortunately. But now I'm trying to get back into reading, trying to get back into the swing of things, and start off this year with some good books. I have picked up some graphic novels over the time that I was going through and processing things, because graphic novels are like a comfort thing for me, and they kind of help me just like power through. And so it was nice to do that. But anyways, I'm going to share the books that I'm going to hopefully do in the month of January. Some of these I've already completed, so like I won't say which ones I've finished because that will be part of my wrap up video. But anyways, let's jump into it, and I'm excited to be back. So the first one I have on this list is Action Comics, and so this is Superman Volume 1, Superman and the Men of Steel. This is one that I picked up at a used bookstore when we were traveling to Toronto one time. And so I really wanted to read this one, and I was excited because I found it for like $9.95. So that was a steal for graphic novels. And yeah, so I really like Superman. I've already explored like a bunch of Batman's origin stories and like his storylines. So I'm trying to do Superman now because yeah, I don't know. I'm just kind of like going through the whole Justice League. I've also done it with Green Arrow, and I've done it with the Flash. So it's just naturally Superman's turn. But yeah, so this is what I'm going to read. And then I'm going to continue Aquaman. So I read the first volume. This is volume 2, Black Manta Rising. As you can see, I got this for $4.99. So that was such a steal. But yeah, I want to continue Aquaman because Aquaman 2 just came out in theaters in December, and so I will be hoping to watch that at some point soon. And so this is gonna like get me in the mood for that. And I always just really like Aquaman. He's just such a fun hero, and I'm an avid swimmer. Aquaman practically lives in the water, so yeah, I don't know. I just relate with him, and I'm excited to jump into this one. Then I'm going to read the fourth book in the Murderbot series because I've been dying to jump back into the series. I've read the first 3 over like a period of time, and I just never got to the fourth one. So I'm excited to jump back in. And I also figured this is like a novella length, so it's an easier read to digest while going through things. I'm not really making too many like big book commitments right now just because I don't know like how I'm going to be feeling. And yeah, honestly, this was kind of like a mood read pick. I don't really do mood reading that often. I usually choose TBRs and try and stick to them, but at this point I was just like, I want to read this. So I just grabbed it and threw it on my little pile that I was doing of like books that just stood out to me this month. And so yeah, I'm excited to jump into this again and see what's up with Murderbot and where they are on their journey, because it's been a while. So like I'll have to do a little bit of remembering here at the beginning of this one to figure out what happened at the end of the third one. Yeah, but I'm looking forward to it. I find Murderbot like very relatable, which is weird. And I said that before. I was like, I never thought that I would feel relatable to a robot, but I do. So yeah, looking forward to this one. Speaking of short books, I also decided to just throw on another Harley Quinn book because I read some in December and they were fun. And so I chose Marriage Bargain with Her Brazilian Boss. And how awesome does that look? Yeah, I don't know. It's just another like really quick read, so I figured why not? And it's giving me like a variety of genres this month because I got like action superheroes, some sci-fi. So then now I'm throwing some romance in there. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. I'm also going to throw in some fantasy, and I'm going to read one of my NetGalley books from, I don't even want to tell you when I got this one because it's been a long time. But this is City of the Uncommon Thief. And I think this one is essentially following a bunch of people that are like working as, I think they're like working in like a guild, or that's what it's called. And it's this giant like walled off city that's quarantined from everything else. And so they work in this city and they do like rope running across the top of it. From like tower to tower, and they all have like different things that they do for the city. There's also no like animal or wildlife in the city, so that's something that's kind of like unusual. And I think that the main character starts figuring things out about the city that are not what they thought, and then from there like the plot continues. That's all I really know about it, and yeah, I'm excited to see how it is. I do know that the formatting on my NetGalley copy is not the greatest, so that might be a little bit of a downer reading through it, because I like to have good formatting, and it's kind of like hard when the formatting is not the greatest, but we'll see. Maybe I can push past it and just follow along with the story and see where it takes me. But yeah, then I also have Grown. This was on my TBR ages ago, and I forgot to get to it. Not that I forgot to get to it, it's just like I didn't finish the other books before I got to this one, so then I never ended up reading it. But this is a book that was sent to me by HarperCollins ages ago about a girl who is trying out for the music industry, and she's working with a producer, but then the producer that she's working with ends up getting murdered, and then everybody kind of thinks that she did it. And so now she has to like figure out how to get out of this situation that she's in. So yeah, I'm looking forward to reading this one. I have not read anything by Tiffany Jackson, but I've heard that she's a great author, and so I'm really looking forward to seeing how her writing is and where the story takes me. And then if I actually do manage to get through all of those, I was going to pick up Ironside and just finish off this trilogy by Holly Black, because I read the other two last year and I have the third one. I kind of just want to wrap it up to see how it ends. And if I'm like just wavering around like 3 stars for it, then I'll send it to the used bookstore. But yeah, I kind of just want to wrap it up to see how it is. And then I can feel like I'm finishing another series, so that's awesome. Anyways, that's all I have planned for January. I'm not really like going to push myself too hard to get through all of that. I'm not really going to push myself at all, to be honest, just because of everything that like has happened and how crazy the end of the year was and started. Yeah, I'm taking it easy. That's what I'm doing. I'm self-carrying it up, and we are relaxing in this household. So yeah, that's just how it is. Anyways, let me know if you've read any of those books, or if you're reading something that you're super excited about for the beginning of the year, then tell me in the comments down below. I have missed chatting with you guys. If you guys want to support me, I have a Patreon and a Ko-fi page, which I'll put in the description down below, as well as a link to buy my bookmarks. You guys know the drill. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that bell notification button so you get notified when I post new videos. I post my videos on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And until next time, keep on reading.